Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Shelley Negelow, and this is Dr. Tom Negelow, who will be channeling Ascended Master Kuthumi for us today.
Hi, everybody.
And we're really excited to have you with us. We're going to give it a couple of minutes just for a few more people to join in. And today, why don't you go ahead and put in your questions while Kuthumi is speaking with us, and put them into the chat. And I'll be reading them, and then I'll have Kuthumi answer them for you. Okay, so we want to tell you a little bit first about the Academy for Conscious Living, which is hosting the event today. Tom and I are the co-founders of Academy for Conscious Living, and it is a place for people to master their energy and to learn and to heal their lives. And we offer seminars and workshops and classes, and also one-on-one healing sessions tailored to your personal needs. And if you go to academyforconsciousliving.com, you'll be able to see the information there with all of the details of everything that we offer people.
And for those of you who are healers or want to become healers or teachers, we also have some very specific programs that'll support you in expanding what you're doing, becoming more clear about how you want to help people and how you want to support them in their healing, and also your own healing as well, which of course, if you're a healer, you always know that you come first in taking care of yourself. So that's the other function of the Academy.
Very good. So why don't you jump in, Dr. Tom, and tell people a little bit about Kuthumi and what to expect today, and the kind of questions they can ask.
Okay. Well, first of all, I started channeling about 35 years ago spontaneously. It was a surprise. I didn't particularly study or train or have somebody teach me anything. It just, like I said, it just happened spontaneously. I'm also a body worker. I'm a healer. And during that process of teaching myself the cellular energy releasing healing process that I developed, Shelley and I worked together, and we were talking about the experiences she and I were having. And I found myself just naturally dropping into a channeling, and it just expanded from there. I'm a trance channel, which means I have no awareness of what's going on. I'm in a deep meditative trance as I'm channeling. I don't hear myself or the questions or whatever anyone else is saying. For me, it's just everything goes to black, and then sometime later I jump back into my body. Just a brief thing about channeling, if you're not real familiar with it. Channeling is a different use of universal energy, or a specific frequency of universal energy, than we're used to in our day-to-day lives. For instance, me and my personality, and you as well, have an energy that we use to be who we are, do what we do, think and speak and have relationships. Well, you're using a specific piece of energy, a specific frequency of universal energy. And what I do as a channel, I let go of that energy that constitutes me and my personality, and allow other energy, different pieces of that energy to come through, and I speak from that energy. Kuthumi is one of those energies. Kuthumi is the combined energy of Saint Francis of Assisi, Pythagoras, the mathematician, Greek mathematician and philosopher, and the Shah Jahan. The Shah Jahan is the Indian leader who built the Taj Mahal. And it's in that personality, if you will, that Kuthumi comes through. Kuthumi will speak for a period of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we never know how long. He'll speak about whatever he speaks about. Again, we don't know that until he's speaking. And then there'll be some specific time, and he'll say when it's time to ask questions. You can, while he's speaking, I guess type in the questions, and we'll read them. Shelley will read them, and Kuthumi will give the answers.
And today is a mini channeling. Normally, a channeling can last an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on the size of the group and the number of questions that are being asked, and also the discourse that Kuthumi is providing for us. You can ask all kinds of questions from enlightenment to creating your life to the challenges that we're having in our world today and how to heal your life and get beyond the challenges that we're living with now. And whatever you want to ask about, you can ask, except for should I questions. Should I move to Texas tomorrow? That kind of question doesn't get answered. However, you can ask information so you can make good choices for your life.
Also, if you want to ask medical questions, Kuthumi is very good with answering those. And that is the only time he'll tell you what to do. He may tell you to take certain herbs or do this or that for whatever it is you may want to heal. But other than that, good channeling doesn't get in the way of your choice. Good channeling is about supporting you in realizing the direction you want to take and supporting you in going in that direction. Anything else? I think we got it. Yes?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So I'm going to get off the screen and allow Tom to just be there with Ascended Master Kuthumi. Allow a moment or so for Tom to go into deep trance, and I will be off screen asking questions on your behalf.
So Shelley will be the disembodied voice you hear.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. See you later.
Okay, so I'll take a few minutes to go into trance. My head will drop and it'll come back up. You'll see a change in my face, and then Kuthumi will speak. And again, just put in your questions, whatever they are, whenever you have them, and Kuthumi will address them when he's ready. So I will see you later. Well now, good day to you, my dears. And how are you on such a fine day that this is?
We're very well today, Kuthumi.
Very good, very good. So first, let us speak of some things that you may be experiencing in the troubling times, the confusing times, the perhaps even some doubtful times that you are having in your life right now. So, what is driving the doubt? What is driving the confusion? Very simply, in general, what drives doubt and confusion is fear. Fear of what? Well, simply, of course, fear of not knowing, fear of being out of control, fear of looking at things and not knowing how to respond to them. That is, of course, a very normal, natural reaction in the human way, you see. So, when we see something uncomfortable, what do? What we do is first we notice that are having a discomfort. Perhaps it's come up as emotion. Perhaps it comes up as some experience or feeling in the body, you see. But no matter how you are experiencing it, the discomfort of not knowing, again, is what is pushing the human being, you in your life, to try and figure it out, you see. You want to have an explanation for it. Why? Because if you're out of control and have no explanation, that is a fearful thing. It challenges the survival, does it not? Of course, this is an old human expression of one when you are being developed in the human way, you see. It's both genetic and sociological in that humans experience their lives and then want to have an understanding of it, so it is no longer frightful or dangerous. Of course, this is a natural thing to do. However, the dilemma is sometimes in figuring it out, sometimes in making a choice to do something about it, you see, you do not have the full information, if you will. You do not fully understand it, you see. So what you do is you go ahead and make something up about it. You see, you say something about it. This is good, this is bad, whatever. This is helpful for me, this is not helpful for me. Of course, you have these reactions, and that is the normal way. However, we are going to pose a different way. Rather than automatically trying to make sense of it or trying to understand it or trying to do something with it, whether you deem it good or bad makes no difference. Instead, don't do anything. Instead, allow the experience, allow your body to relax, allow yourself to open up, allow the thinking to do whatever it must, you see, but allow yourself to do nothing. Allow yourself, and this is a difficult thing to do, allow yourself to not know, you see. Because in knowing, how are you going to know? You're going to know from what it is you have known in the past, have you not? When you are not knowing, you are not depending on the past to fill in what is occurring or try to fix the future, you see. By not knowing, you allow yourself to have the information come in a way that gives you insight into what is so, not the illusion that you are trying to make up to be comfortable, you see. So not knowing is a very high state of development. It sounds a bit confusing, does it not? But it is, as you see and as you practice it, the not knowing that you can do leads to clarity, leads to creating. Because when you want to create, when you want to create something that you have not done before, where do you start from? You start from not knowing. You scratch your head and go, oh, I don't know what to do. Good. That is a good thing. Because knowing what to do gives you information from the past. So if you want to recreate the past, very good, you can do that. But if you want to create newly in the world, begin with not knowing. Begin with doubt, begin with confusion, you see? Allow all these experiences to be in your consciousness. And just look out into the world and say, well, I don't know, but I'm going to find out, you see. This opens the doorway to creating. Because if you have to know something, you cannot create newly, you see. It's not the wanting to, it's the having to that is the difficulty, you see. Because you do not know where your creating newly is going to take you, do you? It may take you here, it may take you there, you don't know. And that is the beauty of allowing the not knowing to be in the place of certainty. Because now you are open to going this way or that way, you see? And using the experience of the body, how does it feel? And then using the thinking, what is so, to create what it is you want in a new way, you see. Now this takes practice, of course, and it takes confidence, because at the foundation of not knowing and creating What is the foundation of creating? The foundation of creating is passion, is it not? It is discovering what you are passionate about, you see? And allowing the experience of this passion to take over. Because when you are passionate, you see, now you can go into not knowing and allow it to be natural and allow it to take you where it is your creating wishes to go, you see. Now, we're not talking as if something is taking you somewhere. Of course not. You are taking yourself there. You are responsible for where you are taking yourself, you see. When at first you say, well, this is doing it to me, or that is frightening me, or this or that, or the other thing is happening to me, it may appear that way, yes. But what is so is you are responsible, you see. And when you become responsible, and when you experience responsibility, what happens is, together with not knowing, there's a great opening into your passion and where you want to take it, you see. The universe is not doing it to you, you see. Someone else is not doing it to you. Someone else is not the cause of what you're experiencing or what you have. It may appear that way, certainly, yes, from time to time, you see. But when you find yourself saying that something external of yourself is making you do something or making you think this way or whatever, then you have just cut off your ability to create, you see. So the responsibility together with passion and also the experience of who you are in the world, you see, gives you a foundation for uncertainty, for not knowing, to become clarity. And this is the formula for creating what you wish to have in the world, no matter what it is. And then the most important thing is go in the world and do something, you see. You cannot sit around in your couch waiting for something to arrive, you see, because it will not. The universe does not bring something to you out of thin air. You go into the universe, use the energy of the universe, use the experience of love that you are in the world, you see, and then take it into the world passionately and create as it is you see what is so for you, you see. And that is, if you will, the secret to creating. Not such a big secret, because as you see, when you truly create from passion and from being responsible, all things are possible. Do you see this? I think you do. Very good. And so, please, questions at this time.
Well, thank you, Kuthumi. That was really wonderful. So appreciated. I want to ask you a question from one of the people in our audience today.
Very good.
They're very concerned about the election in the United States.
Yes.
We, of course, have many people have a lot of fear, doubt, confusion, just as you were speaking of. How can they move beyond these circumstances, and how can they use the experience to create their lives so that they're not at the effect of what's going on?
Yes. Well, first of all, become aware of what is going on, what is so about what is going on. You see, not the illusions trying to be created from outside forces, whatever they be, right or left, up or down, makes no difference. You see. See what is so for you in the world. What is your universe doing? How is your life experience going? How is your family, your job, whatever it may be, you see? What is real about this? And then learn to use what is real to create what you want. This politics or that politics, this person, that person, ultimately makes no difference, you see. Because you are the one who is in control of your life, you see. Now, let's say you are having difficult times. Most understood, there are difficult times in the world right now. This is so, you see. Now, how can you use these difficult times to create what you want, you see? How can you use your emotion, the fear, the anxiety, the anger, or the joy, or the love, and the having fun? How can you use all of these things to do and get and create what you want in your family, what you want in your business or job, you see? Because always there is the energy to create. You are not blocked in by anything. There is no man or woman who can say something to you, you see, that'll make you go away from your creating if you are determined and if you are passionate, you see. People can say what they want, and they usually will. Your job is to listen to the experience you are, not what someone else is saying about something else. Because ultimately, you see, when you are responsible and when you are creating, nothing can take you off of that from your passion.
And what, in regard to the COVID, do we need to be aware of, Kuthumi, and moving forward with our lives? Because there's so much fear with that as well.
Yes, again, most understood. So we have a disease that is, of course, if you do not take care of yourself, can be dangerous. Of course it is. So what things do you need to do, first of all, to be safe? Number one. Also, not to get involved in the illusion of it. Not that the disease does not exist, of course it does, you see. But by getting caught in the illusion, we mean getting caught in all the saying about it, all the things that people are worried about. Your job is to take care of yourself and, of course, your family and your loved ones, you see. When you are safe, then again, you have the ability to create no matter what it is going on around you. You see, create in a safe manner, in a secure manner, see? But do not stop creating because somebody said, oh, this is not good, this is dangerous. Yes, good, take care of yourself. And when you are doing this, you have the security again of being responsible. And out of responsibility, again, comes the passion of creating. So it is no different than anything else. What is different in the world? Well, there is a disease in the world that can be dangerous. Yes, but there have been many diseases in the world that have been dangerous, have there not? And sometimes they are harmful more than others, you see. But it has always been there. So, even though this disease is new and dangerous, there are other dangerous diseases as well. Did it stop you from creating? It should not have if you are safe, you see?
Someone else has just given us a question about, well, how does this person begin to heal some old hurts and wounds, some traumatic events in their lives? And so many people do have those experiences. So could you give us like a roadmap to begin to step into what's possible?
Yes, certainly. Where are dramatic or traumatic things that have happened to you? Where are they, you see? Well, they're certainly in the thinking. You think about them and you do not like them. They give you anxiety or make you angry, whatever it may be, or sad. All these things are so. But where are they held? Well, they are not only held in the thinking, but more importantly and more directly, they're held in the body, you see. Although it is perhaps a bit more difficult to see it because it's easy to see the thinking and perhaps the emotions that go along with it. However, we will tell you that the first place this trauma occurred was in the body, you see. Let us say, for an instance, you had an accident in the car, you see. and your body was banged around some. This is a terrible thing, and of course, you were healed from this, and physically, you do what you have to make yourself better. But there is a lingering experience, these thinkings that you have. However, the thinking that you have was first triggered by the experience of the body. Because first your body experienced this physical accident, and then the thinking did what the thinking is supposed to do in a human being. You see. And so, in beginning to heal this, be quiet in the self. Notice where in the body you are having this experience. There is a tingling in your chest, or a pain in your elbow, or whatever it may be, you see. And with your thinking, begin to let this physicalness go, let the muscles of that area go. Breathe into it and relax, you see. Relax that physical place as you can identify it. Now, will this take practice? Absolutely it will. Yes, it will take some time. This is not instantaneous and automatic because you have been holding on to it for some time, have you not? So go to the exact place when you can identify it and release it, let it go. And watch the thinking about it as it goes out, you see. Because the neurology will begin to change as well. And after a while, it will simply not be there as a problem. Now, will you have a memory of it? Yes, perhaps you will. But it will not be, it will not hook you, if you will. It will not make you do things or make you feel a certain way. And also use and release the emotions that you are having about it, you see. Because although these things have happened to you, they are not you. They do not define who you are. Who you are is the energy and the vibration of unconditional love in the universe. That is the foundation of the essence of self, you see. And no one and no trauma and no thing can take that from you. Now, it can be hidden behind some of these traumas and not fully aware of it yet, but the more you allow yourself to release this, the more whole, healed, and one you will be with the self, you see. And the more you release this, the more in touch with the unconditional love that is the foundation of who you are in this universe, it shall become prevalent, and you shall be free from this in time.
Thank you for that, Kuthumi.
Very good.
Could you give the audience a blessing at this time?
Certainly, yes, you see. And here is the greatest blessing that you already have, because I cannot give you a blessing that you're not already, see. And the blessing that you are already, as we have said, is the profound unconditional love that is universal energy in the experience of the body, and the thinking, and the spirit of who you are, you see. That is the greatest blessing. So what is your job then with this blessing? Is to go into the world, you see, and touch others with the unconditional love you are. And in this you will find freedom and the true love of the self within. Very good.
Thank you so much for today.
And so, my dears, until the next of our coming, peace to you. In this time,
Thank you, Tom.
my pleasure.
It was really
Come on in the picture.
extraordinary. Hi, everybody. We hope you enjoyed that today. I always feel so supported with the energy of Ascended Master Kuthumi. So I just want to leave you with, to get in touch with us, if you'd like to speak with Tom or have a session or do a group channeling, contact us at academyforconsciousliving.com. You can join the Voice of Unconditional Love Facebook page. It says the Voice of Unconditional Love page, and also the Voice of Unconditional Love. It's a group that we post many of the channelings that we do there. So join us. We'd love to have you. If you have questions for us, you can write to me personally, and Tom will receive it as well. Shelley Negelow, Shelley, N as in Nancy, E, G as in girl, E, L as in Larry, OW, @gmail.com, and we will certainly respond back to you. And thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.